everybody. My name is Taylor and I'll be your cabin attendant on the way up today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know and I'll do the best I can to answer them. We are currently leaving an elevation of 6,559 feet. When we reach the top, we'll be at an elevation of 10,378.
Come on, here.
You'll also be able to see a span of about 11,000 square miles. The train moves at about 20 feet per second. That makes it 13.7 miles per hour. Trail that we're about to pass over used to be an access road to build Tower 1. That was back in the 60s though, so it's not much of a road anymore. Tower 1 is 232 feet tall and is angled 18 degrees towards Albuquerque to help keep us balanced. When we go over this tower, you are going to feel a slight swing and sway.
We're 232 feet up. Well, once we get over there, once we get on this, we are.
How far is the trail?
From like bottom all the way to the top of the tram, it's about 10 miles. No, ma'am. So it actually, the connection trail, the tramway connection trail to the La Luz is about 2.3 miles that way, and it's about 2 ridges over. Oh. And then I'm going to point out a cabin towards the end, and you'll see where it comes back around. Okay. If you guys look up and to your right, we're going to be coming up on this really big oval-shaped rock that's flat and stands straight up. Kind of looks like a fish. We call that fish rock. And just to kind of give you guys a perspective of how small things look when you're in the tram car, that rock right outside that's got some green on the bottom of it there is 3 stories tall. You'll see as we start to pass him, he's got a little frowning face on him. He's a sad fish. He's been out of water a long time.
Yeah.
This broken pile of rocks that we're about to pass over was the only alteration that they made while making the tram. They were going to have to put in another tower to get over it, but dynamite was much cheaper. Hold on. I can't hear you through this glass. Oh, I'm going to say that we're about 8,000 feet up in elevation. The tram from the ground? Well, I don't quite know how much it is here, but as soon as we get over this tower, I'll tell you where our tallest point is. Does that work? Cool. We're coming up on Tower 2. It was constructed entirely by helicopters with about 2,000 trips. It's only 80 feet tall and has 40 extra feet of steel that go into the mountain to help keep us stable. When we go over this tower again, you are going to feel that slight swing and sway. We're about to pass our other tram car and that'll mark our halfway point. So after we pass this car, we'll have about 7.5 minutes left.
There's a guy up top.
That's Brandon.
There's a guy on top.
Yes.
That's a e-ticket job right there.
Yeah, but way down there. So to build Tower 2, they had to use helicopters. It was made entirely by helicopters, and that's why you won't find any roads to it. Right below us is our tallest point between us and the ground. You could fit the Eiffel Tower in between us and the ground right now. It's also about as tall as the Empire State Building and our observation deck. It's 955 feet.
Yep.
That first canyon we just passed through is called Big Canyon, mostly because it's big. That is where we see a lot of our wildlife. Our larger wildlife includes black bear, mountain lion, mule deer, and bobcat. We've also got lots of large birds of prey, over 250 species of birds in total that come through here, and of course your snakes, salamanders, and other reptiles. Snakes. We have something like 21 different species of snakes on this mountain. Right? And like 4 different species of rattlesnakes. Got it. This next canyon is called Echo Canyon, and though you can't see it from the tram, there's a spring-fed stream that runs along it. It is the only water on this half of the mountain. Those trees that run along that stream tend to get a little bit more water, and they're about 125 feet tall. We just had a gentleman over the summer break a record for distance while paragliding. He was in the air for 6 hours and he made it all the way to Amarillo, Texas.
Wow.
and all the way over to your left, at the very, very tip top of that tallest ridge over there, sits Kona's cabin. You'll probably see its little black window first. Did everybody find it? If you just follow that last ridge line all the way to the very tip top. Nope. So they originally built that in 1920 out of wood, but it got struck by lightning and burnt down. So they tried to build it again out of wood, and it blew right off the mountain. So finally in 1936, they built it out of limestone from the mountain, and it's been there ever since. They built it for all the people making the trails along the Sandias. It took them too much time to get up and down every day. Normally I would tell you guys that it's only a 30-45 minute walk over, but we are expecting the winds to pick up, so I don't recommend going far, guys.
Have you ever had people stuck up here because of wind?
Sometimes. I'm sorry, what'd you say? We have a lovely nature loop right down there. When you go inside the building, it has a whole map sheet and even one on the window that you could scan with your QR code, and it'll go right to your phone. I do recommend the nature loop. It's a nice one. Nature loop. Hello?
Are there any what?
Code red?
What? Oh, no, it wasn't even for me. I was just like, what? As we get closer to the top, I want to remind everybody that our restaurant 10-3 does open at 11. If you guys needed to use the restrooms, the only ones operable at the moment are at the lower level of our 10-3 restaurant along the long red deck there. If you guys aren't quite feeling hungry enough for the restaurant, we do have some vending inside our visitor center. That is where you guys will go to get ticketed and temperature to come back down. Also, when we dock, you are going to feel some small bumps followed by one big bump at the end, May.
The other way around, take the train off and then like that. So you can't buy one-way tickets, but the one-way tickets are just barely less than the cost of the one trip tickets. Rest of the tickets
Oh, sorry.
What was the trail you mentioned? The nature loop?
This was the trip up, Sandia. Ariel
One more big
Tramway.
bump, guys.
Fantastic.
All right. So then